Hi, I'm Sue Smith. I'm a singer-songwriter from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I am a homeschool mom of 3, and I play out under the name Waiting to Run. I've been a singer-songwriter for about 3 years, playing out at clubs and bars and churches and wherever will have me, but I've been singing and writing songs for much longer than that. Just recently, I took a road trip. It was just me and some Switchfoot tunes and an 8-hour drive, and just talking to the Lord and really wondering why I want to do this, why I want to sing, why I want to write songs. And I really just gave it up to the Lord and just decided, you know, I want to say something that's worth saying. And I just really wanted to start writing songs that had more of a message behind them, like a message of hope, a message of love, a message that there is more out there than maybe what people are experiencing right now. And I just not only want to have my voice be heard, but have something worth saying. I haven't always been a musician. I really don't even honestly still consider myself a musician at this point. It's just I play enough to get by. I started singing, you know, when I was a kid and would write little songs and things like that, but didn't really think much of it until my husband was a worship leader at his church, and I kind of jumped in to that with him and would sing with him, and really just loved leading worship and just glorifying God with my voice. And from there, just started, you know, writing more songs that were along those lines, and eventually picked up a guitar after wanting to learn for years and years and years, and finally decided this was the day I was going to do it. And then quitting, and then trying again. And once I had the guitar in my hands, that really was a changer, you know, like that really gave me a tool to express and perform songs and start really writing music and having it recorded and performing it. So it was really having that guitar in my hands that set everything else in motion. I've been really fortunate. A lot of gigs that I've wanted to get, I have gotten. A lot of venues that I've wanted to play at, I have been able to play at. But it has taken time, you know, it takes persistence. Like, I've had so many people say to me, I finally watched your video today, or I finally listened to a song today, and it moved me or it touched me. So that's been encouraging to know that, you know, maybe the rejection and things like the doors that have been closed for a while, I know if I keep pushing, if I keep being persistent, if I'm diligent and just getting my name out there, putting my voice out there, that eventually people will listen and it'll move them. I really don't have any grand delusions that I'm some amazing musician or anything, but every time I have booked a gig, I'm always pleasantly surprised. Like, I just got this gig at Summerfest, which is in Milwaukee, here where I live. Supposedly, it's the world's largest music festival, and I don't know if that's really true or just a local claim. But that was really huge for me, and I was just really pleasantly surprised to get my foot in the door there. Another place I got to play was just a beautiful venue in Milwaukee. It's called the Pabst Theater, and it's very old, very ornate, just a beautiful building where so many different artists and acts have come through. And at the last minute, the very last minute, it was a rainy day and they had to move in somewhere, and they were able to secure that venue. So I got to be on this stage just by happenstance. That so many other people have graced before me, and I was just really excited, and it was kind of a proud moment where even if nobody knew who I was standing on that stage, it felt pretty cool, and it was at least fun to play pretend. I would say my biggest obstacle in being a singer-songwriter isn't really the rejection, isn't really, you know, trying to get certain gigs or anything like that. Really, it's that I'm a mom before anything else. I'm a mom, I'm a homeschool mom, which can be exhausting. It's a lot of work, but really it's very time consuming, and as a wife too, you know, I put those things first, and every show, every opportunity, you know, recording time, all that stuff comes after, you know, what I have as responsibilities as a mom and a wife. Practice time, and, you know, it's in between making lunch and teaching math, and you know, every gig that I have, it's not just me checking with bandmates or something if they're available, it's me checking if I have a babysitter and if my husband is available to go with me and all of that. So it's really just making it work and finding a balance between what I want to do music-wise with my responsibilities family-wise. So what I'm doing right now, I'm kind of in the midst of recording my first full-length album, and when I say in the midst, I mean thinking about until I have time to work on it. But what I have done so far is a couple singles. Besides that, I just finished up my EP, and that's called Whispered, and I have that out on iTunes, and hard copies available and stuff. So that's really cool. And yeah, the full-length CD will be out maybe January if we're hopeful, if we're optimistic. But it's just it's a collection of all my love songs, and it'll be kind of like a indie folk type style. And really my plan is to have every EP or every album have its own specific style, because I love so many different genres of music, whether it's indie rock or dance pop or, you know, like crazy weird folk, you know, like I just like so many different styles of music that I just want to make it all, and I don't see any reason to put myself in a box. This is my adventure. Go paint your adventure.